Hi, it's Julie Jara here from New Frequency Healing. One of my coaches over Christmas said, "Where am I going to be in 5 years' time?" Now, I've heard that many times before, but it really kind of got me thinking, where am I going to be? There are so many changes going on in the world, and it is a really key and important time to really know where you're going to be. So, finding your direction is not through your intellect. You can't think yourself into your next opportunity. The way you find it is through your desires and your true feelings. What really inspires you in your heart of hearts? What do you really want to do? Where do you want to be? And what are you hungry for? When you know what you want, then you use your intellect to go after it. My name's Julie Jara. I'm from New Frequency Healing. That's my business name. And I have a couple of short stories I thought I would share about finding passion and what happened. And then briefly talk to you about your spiritual thrust or your purpose in life. So, one of the things that happened to me, I moved to Byron Bay years ago. Now, I went on holidays with my parents. I was about 13, and we went to the Gold Coast, but stopped off at the Byron Bay lighthouse. I know a lot of you have been there. It's so beautiful. There's the aqua blue water with the waves rolling in. There's the mountains in the background, which actually is an extinct volcano from a very long time ago. I stood there and I just felt it call me. And I had that thought that I need to live there. The feeling stayed with me over the next years. Now, I never thought I would live there. I didn't really do anything, but I found myself years later, I got married and my husband got a job up on the North Coast and we moved up there. Now, this is before the internet and iMaps. I didn't know really where we were going to. I knew Byron Bay was nearby, but when we got there, we got in the car and drove to find how far away was Byron Bay and found it was 20 minutes away. And I lived up there for the next 10 years or so. My passion and my desire got me there. The next story is about teaching on stage. So when I saw Eric Pearl and Doug DeVito teaching on stage, they were teaching healing, something called me. A feeling I couldn't explain. Like at that time, I had no clue I was going to be doing healing, although I was doing the course then. And I had this thought, imagine working on stage with these guys or people like that. And of course, I dismissed it as just being a wild idea and that would never happen. But I did take action, like I had a passion stirred in me. I started to offer healing. I started to talk about it obsessively with everyone I met. Now, if you're one of those people, you're probably not listening to me now. Lost some friends who went, God, what's Julie on about? But I have still been doing it over 20 years later. Because of the energy I put into the work, they came back to Australia and offered me a position working in their office in Los Angeles, which I ended up taking up. And all of this happened through that desire that I felt. I didn't intellectually have a clue or know that's what I wanted to do, but I just had that desire. So when you make your decision, like where do you want to be, then you use you get your desire for it, and then you use your intellect in how to organize yourself to go after it. I hope some of that might inspire you to start looking more at what your real passions are. Now, another way to get some help is about your spiritual life thrust. We all have a purpose, we all have a message and something that we are here to share. And you'll find it's what your passion is, it's what you're here to do. Until your last breath, you are living your purpose. You cannot be any other way. That's all you can do. So my spiritual life thrust is about being of service. I tend to meet people who want to be of service and to help others. And this is my message. It's really the only thing that I teach. And they're the sort of people that I meet that want that message. That you don't know that, but that's what I offer, and that's what has meaning for me. There's no point telling you exactly what my thrust is, because it won't make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. It's what I'm here to do. And I do offer a personal profile where you can find out what your thrust is. Now, I've offered this profile to lots of people, and they always say, yes, that is totally me. That is my message. That is everything in life that I believe in. So the profile is done either in person, or I can do it by Zoom. It takes an hour and the cost is $180. You only have it once, because once you know your thrust, your spiritual thrust, that's the message that you can work on. Now I do have an offer. If you would like the spiritual thrust profile, you can just have that, $180, or you can have the profile and any other two 1 hour profiles or healing sessions for $329. And this is for February 2026. So if you are interested, it's 3 hours of profiles or healing sessions, including the spiritual life thrust profile, $329. Because I really want to offer that more people can find their passion and what their true purpose and path is. It really is the time to do this. So if you're interested, I will write this up on my website on the front page. You can just contact me. My website is juliejara.com, or give me a call or send me an email and we can organise that. I would love to work with you. Have clinics in Sydney CBD, in Caringbah, near Caringbah Hospital, or we can do it via Zoom. So let me know if you're interested and want to know more. Thank you.